Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great. Today I'm sharing with you some swatches, and this time it's going to be the Nordic collection. It is inspired by the Nordic part of the world where I live in Sweden, and it's Sweden, Finland, Norway, Denmark, and I think Iceland is part of that, like the Scandinavian part. So this is a fun collection for me, since it's like a Nordic collection for me and people who live in the Nordic part of the world that I do. So 12 colors. One of them is glitters. Most of them are creams. I love the cream kind of texture, like it's so easy to work with. It's beautiful, and I think it's a fun mix of some neutral ones, like inspired by our cinnamon buns, and it's the colorful colors more inspired by like the little houses in Denmark. And yeah, it's a little mix of this and that, and it's a beautiful combination, and I love this collection. So stay tuned for the swatches. So I thought it started off with the nuded colors, the muted ones, kind of like I think these are like inspired from cinnamon buns and, you know, like lattes. So, and this one is the name Going My Way or Norway. So I think colors like these can be really beautiful on the right skin tone, and if you really need to decide to choose the right one for your skin tone. And if it's like a yellow based undertone, or if it's more like a cold or warm tone. But here you have one coat, and coat number 2 definitely gives it more opacity. It's really easy to work with. It's just not my type of color, but if it's your type of color, then it's perfect. It's a really nice muted tone. Here you have 2 coats of Going My Way or Norway. And here we have kind of like a milk chocolate, kind of chocolate shake color. And this one is named Iceburgers and Fries. I think their names are always so funny. It cracks me up. And it's so much fun with this collection because, you know, I'm from the Nordic part of the world. I'm from Scandinavia, I'm from Sweden. And this collection is for us, so I think that's really funny. Here you have one coat, and coat number 2. This is a really easy to work with creamy finish, and it has good opacity on one coat, but this is also kind of color that deepens a bit when you apply the second coat. And there you can see it's like really chocolate shake, milk chocolate kind of a color. And there you have 2 coats of Iceburgers and Fries. And here's kind of a metallic caramel bronzed color. And this one is the name OPI with a nice finish. I can really imagine this color being really pretty on a really pale, really fair skin. Here you have one coat. Looks a little bit too yellow on my skin, but on the right kind of skin complexion, the right kind of skin color, I'm sure it looks beautiful. And coat number 2 makes it more full in the color. It had pretty good opacity on one coat, but it does make it look fuller. And there you go. Here you have 2 coats of the color OPI with a nice finish. And here's like a really deep, kind of like a coffee, dark coffee color. And this one has the name How Great Is Your Dane? I like how deep this color is. And it's like a muddy, like a dirty kind of a coffee, dark coffee. And it's kind of like a cool tone. It's really easy to work with, really smooth, but as you can see, it definitely is in need of 2 coats. But here you have one coat, and coat number 2 definitely deepens this color, and you can see that full opacity, really nice. This is not really my cup of tea or my cup of coffee when it comes to color, but it's really deep and nice coffee, cold type of coffee. Here you have 2 coats of the color. How great is your Dane? And now onto some more colorful colors. Here we have this really pretty, like kind of like a coral orange. It's really, really nice. And this one has the name Cant Afford Not to. I actually like this color even more onto the nail than when I look in the bottle. It is kind of like a, I wouldn't say neon, but it's a really bright color. It's super pretty. And I actually like that they have gotten some brighter colors in this fall collection this year, because it gives it a little bit more, interchange. You can change the colors. You might not always want muted colors because it is fall. But here you have 1 coat of this beautiful creamy coral orange. And coat number 2 makes a big difference in opacity, even though it's a creamy color with pretty good coverage, but definitely 2 coats are needed. Here you have 2 coats of this beautiful coral orange Cant Afford Not to. Love this color. And here is a beautiful, lovely kind of candy, I don't know, maybe strawberry kind of pink. And it's really, really pretty color. I love this color. Pink is one of my favorite colors. And this one has the name Suzy Has a Sweet Tooth. Really good opacity on 1 coat, as you can see. I love these kind of colors. And there are so many cream colors in this collection. I just love it. It's so easy to work with, and it's great opacity, and I think it's mostly pros actually when it comes to that. Here you have 1 coat. And coat number 2. Oh, I just love this color. It is so pretty. And look at that opacity. And even compared to just on 1 coat, it has really, really good opacity. But here you go. Here you have 2 coats of Suzy Has a Sweet Tooth. Beautiful pink. And oh, lovely. Here is kind of a sea green kind of color. This color makes me think of mermaid tails. I really love this color. It's so pretty. And this one has the name My Dog Slut is a Hybrid. Here's another lovely creamy finish. But definitely in need of 2 coats. But I love this kind of colors. It's so pretty. Here you have 1 coat. And coat number 2 will definitely make a difference on this color, even though it has pretty good opacity. But as you can see, it doesn't cover completely on 1 coat. So 2nd coat here really makes a big difference. Really love this color. Oh, it's so pretty, the sea green. Here you have 2 coats of My Dog Slut is a Hybrid. And this is a beautiful kind of a violet with a blue tone. When I see in the camera, it looks a bit different. I'm hoping it will look better in true to color, both when I apply it and also on the pictures. But it's like kind of like a violet blue kind of color. And this one has the name, Do You Have This in Stockholm? This one is a little different in well, I wouldn't say texture, but a little bit. It's not as creamy and opaque on 1 coat as the previous colors. I don't know if you can see that, but I definitely think that would get fixed with the 2nd coat. Here you have 1 coat. And coat number 2. Yep, as I said, really makes a big difference on the 2nd coat. Now it's like a perfect opacity. It's a really beautiful violet color. I really like it actually. Here you have 2 coats of, do you have this in Stockholm? And now into the little deeper colors. Here is this beautiful kind of a wine color, like deep red wine. And this one has the name, Thank Gleg It's Friday. These kind of wine colors I think are really superb for the fall, and really to drink glögg. I don't know if you know what that is, but here we have something called glögg. It both exists as with alcohol or alcohol free, and it's kind of like a really, I don't know really what kind of spices is in it, but you warm it up and it's like a really nice kind of a drink. You should look it up and try it if you have the possibility to. Here you have 1 coat, and coat number 2. Really lovely color and easy to work with. Definitely deepens the color, but it has pretty good opacity even on 1 coat. But if you haven't tried glögg, as I said, you should definitely, if you get the chance, then go for it. Here you have 2 coats of Thank Glögg It's Friday. This beautiful wine color. And here is a deep kind of a plumish cherry purple. OPI calls this a black cherry when they describe the colors. And this one is the name Skating on Thin Ice Land. Another color definitely in need of 2 coats. And I know that it will deepen a lot with the 2nd coat, but it's a really pretty color. Here you have 1 coat. And coat number 2, and now you will definitely see a big difference here. Oh yes, great difference. Oh, need a little more on to the brush. That was a bit much. Alright. Can you see that great difference it made on the 2nd coat? Really, wow. But here is this really beautiful deep black cherry, or whatever you want to call it, deep purplish plumish kind of color, and it had 2 coats and it has the name Skating on Thin Ice Land. And here is actually one of my favorites. It's the really deep purple, and somehow this makes me think of I don't know, vampires or something. It's a really beautiful, really deep purple. And this one is the name Viking in a Winter Wonderland. And this is a really deep color, but this is also the kind of color that really, it's not as creamy, but it does cover on 2 coats. I will show you soon what a big difference it makes. But here you can see 1 coat. And coat number 2, oops, that was a bit much. This really deepens the color. Now you can really see it's true to color. You see that difference? It is ginormous. It's so beautiful. I love this color. And there you go. Here you have 2 coats of the color Viking in a Winter Wonderland. And now last but not the least, the one and only glitter in this collection. And this is a beautiful, they call it super prismatic glitter. It's like a hollow glitter, silvery hollow glitter, really beautiful. And it shimmers in multi-colors. This one has the name My Voice is a Little Norse. I actually wore this right before I took my polish off, before I wanted to start filming. And it's really pretty. Really pretty glitter. It got really matte when it dried though, so you need a couple of coats of top coat to make it smooth. Here you have 1 coat and coat number 2. think this is, you could definitely put this in layers and give it really just super bling. But I think it looks even nicer on top of a color, but that is up to you. But here you have 2 coats of this beautiful holographic glitter. My voice is a little Norse. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these swatches. More swatches are to come. I do have 2 more collections on the way that I need to film. It's the Halloween collection and also the Pink of Hearts, the breast cancer awareness. There are 2 polishes in that collection. So stay tuned for more swatches to come, and take care, and I will see you soon again. Bye!